parenting, emotions, kids, feelings, growing, learning, wisdom. Let's jump into all of it on the Raising Emotionally Intelligent Humans podcast. Hello and welcome to the Raising Emotionally Intelligent Humans podcast. I'm your host, Heidi Lindemann. I'm a single mom by choice to 2 little girls and a therapist and a lover of feelings. And today I'm going to tell you a story, or a few stories that tie together, around spirituality and around fear and around safety and boundaries. So I just want to put out a disclaimer right now for all you listening that I am going to be talking about ghosts, spiritual beings, seeing them or feeling them or connecting with them. And I know not everyone believes in ghosts or is connected to a spiritual world or connected to people who have died and are in the spirit realm. This episode is for people who are curious about that, people who do believe, and people who want some more insight on how do you live in that world and be with your children in this world, in this realm with spirituality of ghosts, of intuitive knowing. So just want to put that disclaimer out there. And this is just my own personal experience and what happens for me. Here we go. So just to set the stage, we were all upstairs, me and my 2 girls. I was doing something. I'm doing some laundry, kind of wandering around, cleaning a little here, cleaning a little there. I do have ADHD, so I do kind of go a little all over the place. But just kind of messing around upstairs a little bit, kind of cleaning. And the 2 girls, they were on my older one's bed. They were playing a game. They were putting each other to sleep. It was so sweet and so cute. And then I hear my older one say, "I know the magic words. Let me teach you," to my little one. The magic words are, "You can go, heal elsewhere." And my mama heart just grew, and with so much love and so much, like, just a deep breath. I can't even really describe the feeling that I had in that moment. To know that something that I had taught my child, she had retained, and she was now using to teach her sister. Okay, so the backstory. And what do those words even mean? Here we go. Several months ago, before this moment, we had roof work done on our roof. We had the entire roof replaced because there was hail damage. The condos were just replacing all the roofs. It wasn't anything I had no control of that. It just happened. And when that happened, when they replaced they replaced the roof. I had just put my younger one to bed. And there had been a couple of times before that I had these flashes of images pop into my mind of a little girl in my younger child's room who was bloody. And I had some other images happen of a man in a similar kind of way. They felt shocking to see in my mind. But what was that? I'm not going to go into the full details of those because I don't think you need to hear that right now. But just to note that I had been having these kind of flashes happening in certain places in my house. Not everywhere, very certain spaces. One of them was my younger child's room, which happens to be the master closet the master closet of the bedroom. That is my younger child's room because we live in a loft. And it's kind of irked me. I was like, ooh, I don't really quite know what to do with this. But I didn't really know what to do, so I just put her to bed, and I walked out of the room. And then I walked into my bedroom and knew that there were hundreds, I'm serious, hundreds of ghosts, hundreds of spirits standing in my bedroom. How I knew that was it was a feeling. It was like seeing something inside my mind. I wasn't physically seeing anything in the external world, but I knew that they were there. I could feel it. And I had learned, because of the thing that happened in my child's room, had happened more than once, that something you can do when there are spirits that you don't want around you, that you can tell them, you can go get your healing somewhere else. Go ahead and go to the light and get your healing elsewhere. It's okay. You can go ahead and go in a very open, loving, kind space. You say that and they generally just go, because they often go, at least the spirits that I interact with they're not even quite sure why they're here. It's not that they're trying to do anything bad, or they're not trying to be malicious or mean or anything. They're just kind of present and there. So just by telling them to go to the light, you can go get your healing somewhere else, the light is there. They just go. They just do it generally. And I did have to say it several times, but I could feel like fleets of them leaving. There'd be like a dozen who would leave when I said it. Then I would say, yeah, you can go too. Go ahead and go. Go on. You can go get your healing elsewhere. Go to the light. It's okay to go on up. Go ahead and go to the light. I just kind of kept saying that. I felt it in my body. I was just lifting them up into what I believe is God, to the universe, to the realm elsewhere. And they just kept happening. And around this time, my older one, who was 4 at the time, getting closer to 5, was having a lot of fear at night. I'd put her to bed, and she'd tell me, Mom, I'm scared. I'm scared of the ghosts. And my mom brain freaks out. Okay, a part of my mom brain freaks out because my child just told me she's afraid of the ghosts. And there's a part of me that goes, oh my goodness, is she seeing ghosts? Oh my goodness, what do I do? What do I do? There's a part of me that did that. And then there was a part of me that realized, wait a minute, I know exactly what to do. And she might actually be seeing the same ghosts that I am. If I'm seeing them, why wouldn't she be able to see them? So I just took it as honestly, that's what she's seeing. A part of me was also trying to figure out, wait, is she really seeing things? Is she really experiencing this? Or is this like a fear that kind of all 4 or 5-year-olds have, and that they're learning something in school, or they read a book about a ghost, or they learn all kinds of things. A part of me was doing that too, but I stuck with the part of me. I stuck with that internal knowing. If I am seeing ghosts and I can tell them to leave, I can teach her what to do. So I sat in her bed, and I actually was laying down in her bed. I laid there and I said, yeah, that feels really scary. You know what? There's something you can do about that. Do you want me to teach you? Yeah, I do, Mama, teach me. So then I tell her, well, when you see a ghost and you don't want it to be here, when you tell it that it can go and get its healing somewhere else, they usually just leave. And she looks at me and says, are you sure? Really? I'm like, yeah, really. It happens. You just tell them, you can go get your healing somewhere else. They tend to leave. And then she kind of stared at me and looked at me. I could see she was a little nervous. Wasn't quite sure. My sense was she wanted to say it and see what happened, but she really didn't know. And then I asked her, do you want me to say it? You want me to tell them to go away? Yeah, Mom, please do. So then I turned and I look over towards the open space in our room. And I say, you can go. Go get your healing somewhere else. Go ahead and go to the light. And then she says it too. And she says, go get your healing somewhere else. And we've done that over and over and over again. We didn't do it every single night. I would only do it when she was legit telling me she was afraid of a ghost. I also told her, you know what else I did? I can protect you with a energetic safety bubble. Did you know that? And I legit did this too. I do this for myself. And I imagine that there's a colored bubble all around me. And I imagine it all around you too. And you know what's really cool about that bubble? Things that you don't want to come in, like the ghosts, they actually can't. You just put that energy right into your bubble that nothing can come into here unless you want it in. And then it doesn't come in. And I've protected you like that too. I just want you to know that. You're really protected and loved. I care a lot about you. And we lived in that for a few months. And there's a real energetic shift in our house. There are not lots of spirits walking around our house. I can tell. I know they are not there. Occasionally there is still one that comes around. The spirits seem to really like me. And I am also growing in my capacity of boundary setting in the spiritual realm, in the energetic realm. So I'm just saying that because I am not saying I'm an expert at this. I feel like I'm a baby at this stuff, even though I know I've been intuitive and connected in some kind of way for a long time. This last year has heightened quite a bit. And I think it's heightening for a lot of other people too. I think there's a lot of spiritual awakening and opening happening. So just saying, when I'm a baby. You might know more things, but this is one thing that I know that has worked and helped me. The other great thing about this, when I told my kid that she can tell the ghost to go away when she's afraid, is that it acknowledges her fear. It takes it as real. Like, I really, truly believe she's afraid. I also believe that there's ghosts there, or parts of me do. And her knowing that I believe her fear, that I believe that she's afraid, and that I'm going to do something to help her feel a little safer, is a way that she knows that I'm there for her. And then I teach her how to do that too, so that she can keep herself safer when she needs that, when she feels that spirits around and she needs them to not, she doesn't want them to be around. Because we actually have a choice here. We do. We get to choose if we want to be interacting with spirits or not. And even if you have capabilities, you can learn skills if you don't want to. Not saying that's easy by any means. Just hear me on that one. Anyway, that's probably a whole different story. Coming back to that, to where I started at the very beginning. My older one sitting on her bed with her little sister, and they're playing family house. They're playing put each other to bed. And to see my older daughter take on the role of me, I felt a moment of pride, of gratitude, of love, deep, deep love for her. It's not just that she was taking on it and being who I am, but that she was learning and that she was using the things in a compassionate way to help her sister. Her sister was saying, as they were playing Put Me to Bed, it wasn't nighttime, it was like, 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, that she was scared. And then my older one says, oh, you're scared? Do you see ghosts? And the little one says, yeah, there's ghosts, I'm scared. And she said, I know the magic words. Do you want to know the magic words? She says, the little one says, yeah, I want to know. And then she said, you get your healing elsewhere, or you can go get your healing somewhere else, or you can go somewhere else. She said something like that. She didn't say it exactly like I said it. And my older daughter, when she said that to her little sister, I could see in her face, she was so proud of herself as well. That she was being able to protect her little sister. That she had some kind of knowledge, some kind of awareness and ability that her little sister didn't. And she thought that was pretty cool. And just the compassion and the empathy and the care that she had for her little sister in that moment just resonated in that time. And it made me realize that what I do, what I say to her, how I interact with my kids, it really matters. I've always known that, like logically, I know that what I do matters and that they're going to do what I do. But that particular moment felt really important to me because I haven't had much guidance or mentorship in the spiritual realm in these abilities that I have. And there's a part of me that wonders, like, if I had that when I was a young child, where would I be now? What would that look like? And it's okay that I didn't get that fully as a child. I had some connection and some awareness, but not a whole lot of teaching of how to use my abilities or what to do with them. And I'm just loving that I get to do that with my kid. And honestly, the two of us are probably going to be learning at the same time. That I'm going to continue to expand my own spiritual gifts as she is feeling and being in hers. Because there's no doubt she has some. Yeah. Anyway, that's just a little story about spirits. And hopefully that can help somebody else. Whether your child's having a fear of a ghost that is not there, or a fear of a monster that is not there, or a fear... Not that the fear is not there, but I mean like that there's not an actual monster under their bed or there's not actually a ghost in their room. Or if they're really seeing something. You could use this same kind of thing for creating safety when they feel scared of the monster under their bed or the ghost in their room. And just telling them that they actually have power. You're pretty powerful and you can tell that ghost or that monster to go away. You can tell it to go away and go get its healing somewhere else. Go away and go be around somebody else. Go away and go be around the forest. Go away and go be in the desert. I mean, make the words that make sense to you. But make sure that it really feels resonant inside of you. So that when you're doing it, it's providing a sense of strength for your child and a sense of strength for you. Yeah. So hopefully this is helpful for somebody. It's been a lovely thing in my life to experience with my children and to share with others. And it's certainly one of those things that's a little more tender or vulnerable or scary to share because there's so many people who have such a variety of different opinions and beliefs around spirits, and being somebody who can sense spirits and see them. It's a different kind of experience for sure. It's a big one. All right, Mama. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. And until next time. So as we end today, Mama, may you know that you are part of a community. You are creating a better world for yourself and for our children. And I invite you right now, Mama, just to take a deep breath. Take a deep breath in and out. One more time, in and out. Know that as you breathe in and out, you are not alone. We all breathe the same air, and we are connected. And here's the credits. The Raising Emotionally Intelligent Humans podcast was produced and created by me, Heidi Lindemann. New at podcasting, new at hosting, new at producing, doing it all and figuring it out as I go along. So thank you for joining me. And if you enjoyed this episode, please like, please subscribe, please leave a comment. That's what helps the podcast grow, reach more people, so that we can really create the community that we are wanting for our children and for ourselves. Let's keep creating emotional intelligence in this world, doing it one moment at a time, one step at a time, one feeling at a time. Mama, we've got this together.